sorry, but I wanted to make sure it was like doing what it needed to be doing. So I think we're good now. But anyway, happy Saturday. Today is July 11th.
Hmm.
So hopefully your week has been going good. Huh. It's been a long week. We had the grandbabies, had a lot of running around to do. Uh, we did go out last night though. That was really fun. And yeah, so just got our work, y'all already know. So yeah, just get ready to relax this evening. We have something planned tomorrow, depending on the weather. We'll see what we do. I think we're gonna get some more grandbabies and have a good time with them. But is there anything you want to talk about or anything that's on your mind? How did your week go?
Actually, my week was pretty darn smooth. Boring a little
It's
bit,
something
but
in your
smooth.
beard. Okay.
It's okay.
You said it was boring?
It's a bit boring, but it was smooth because it's just paperwork to do, repetitious stuff they keep telling us over and over and over and over again. Then stuff we had to do on the machine over and over and over and over again until we got it. For some odd reason, I seem to be the one that got it first. I don't get it because there are younger minds working on these machines than me, and one of them drives cars like she blinks her freaking eyes. But she couldn't get this right. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just nervousness. I think it was nervousness, but it was like she caught on. She started catching on with it, and then all of a sudden she was just like up, down, left, right, push it, pull it, done deal, and everything was going good. So we all gonna be chilling come roughly 2 weeks from now because of course we'll be training still for an entire week. So we're going to be like not bored.
Okay, so Tori complaining about coworkers. So
I ain't
okay.
complaining about the coworkers. I'm just
Somebody
complaining
complained to
it was
me.
bored. We were bored there. We all were. But we're going to be better now because this week coming, we'll not be bored anymore.
Interesting. Okay, so yeah, this did you okay, now y'all remember when I went to Walmart. I think it was Monday. And I was trying to take back those shoes and then with me trying to take back the shoes, she wouldn't exchange it. So basically, I had to refund, repurchase. I got different color shoes. So me, I was like, oh, I really like these shoes. So I go online, Walmart.com. So I repurchased the shoes that she wouldn't exchange. And I got some more shoes. I was like, oh, well, these my size too. They pretty cute. So like all the shoes were like $14. So the shoes hadn't even come yet. And then it was like, I was like, let me go back online, see if they had some more stuff they marked down. Cause like I'm phasing out some clothes. I'm getting rid of clothes. Like me and grandson Latrell just, he needs school clothes. I'm already starting to buy those. So the shoes that I just bought that aren't even delivered yet were like $9 now. So I was like, oh snap. So I'm gonna go on, get me a little credit or whatever. So I go on, the lady's like, oh, we're not able to give a credit. I said, for items that I don't even have here. I said, you don't have to give a credit back to my card. You can just give me a Walmart credit. I'm still on the site. I'm still adding stuff to my cart. So she was like, oh, no, we can't do that. So then I was like, well, can you get a manager? Because maybe it's something you can't do, but I'm sure it can be done. So she gets the manager. The manager's like, oh, well, first she tells me, well, the manager's going to say the same thing. Note to whoever does that, nobody wants to hear you tell them what somebody else gonna do. Just let the other person say that, because that just grinds my gears. So anyway, the manager get up there. He's like, we should be able to fix this, but it is a policy that says that we can't. I think that needs to be changed. Like he's typing all this on the chat. So I was like, well, if it's a policy that you already feel needs to be changing, just give the customer a credit and you know why you gave the credit. So he was like, I'm not gonna be able to do it, but go back to the store. The store can exchange. I said, the store not gonna well, he said the store can give me the price change. And I said, the store is not gonna do that, and she wouldn't even let me exchange the shoe. I didn't even want any money back. I'm just exchanging. So either way, because I really wanted the shoes, and most people not gonna tie their money up like that. But I reordered the shoes, got the same pair of shoes. So I got like two pair of the same shoes coming, and then I have to make sure which barcode is which and return all the $14 back ones back and keep the $9 ones. And I'm just like, this is too much work. So saying that to say I need to stop shopping. I need to close the laptop, take the phone off the Walmart app, and I need to stop shopping because child doing way too much. Way too much. But yeah, other than that, that was a crazy experience this week. Other than that, yeah, I made me some pouch drinkies. Um, Yesterday we took some of these out last night, and Tori said they're too strong, so he doesn't get any more. They're just gonna be for me.
See, just gonna let y'all know she
So
playing.
drinking my pouch drinkies, and y'all will see on the video. It's a lot I need to edit out of that video because child was kind of crazy there.
She don't need to edit nothing.
Yes, y'all would
She
get
don't need to
the
edit
edited
nothing.
version of last night.
Everybody needs to see us as we are, and that was fun seeing.
No, it was fun for him. For me, I'm like, what the hell happened last night? But
Well, just for the record, that drink wasn't too strong. I just said it was strong. Then she asked the question, but when you can't handle it dry, I was like, yeah, I can handle it. I'm just saying it's strong. That's all. I know what strong and non-strong is. Non-strong is what I ordered at the freaking show. What she made was strong. That's something I could take. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want something with that much strength at his show, and I'm the one driving. So,
child, serve it up, bartender. So yeah, but trying to think what else happened this week that was nothing else. We just had the kids. We went to the movies. Work was work. Yeah, nothing crazy went on. But I do want to say this because I would not be a parent of color if I did not say this. I do not know what happened to that young man, Nolan Xavier Wells. I was not there. I don't know what happened. But what I will say is to not make it a racial thing. Just a thing that you teach children or people that are younger than you that may not know. Be mindful of your surroundings. Hey Edna, how you doing? Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Be mindful of your surroundings because the way that the world is going, and I'm sure they were saying this when we were growing up, when we were younger, about, the world is getting crazy. The world is really getting crazy. And it's not a black white thing as to things that can happen to people when they're not aware of their surroundings. I keep thinking about the girl Shanquilla Robinson that went to Mexico with her so-called friends. And she was black, and I believe they were black. It may have been one or two that were mixed, but they were black. And they didn't come home with that girl. I think they even brought her luggage or something back to the mom. Left that girl there, unalived, and all of that. So that's why I'm saying to say things that happen to people, whether they're young or not, it's not always a racial thing. This situation may be, but again, we'll let that play out. But I personally, when I grew up, I wasn't around a lot of black people, maybe like family, but in school, I was in like advanced classes. It wasn't a lot of my skin tone people in those classes in neighborhoods that my mom could afford. It was some black families, but not a lot of black families. I was put in after school care, and then I went into Girl Scouts. I was in Girl Scouts from Brownie to Cadet. I think it was me and another girl, black girl, that were there. And I'm 46, so that was a long time ago. But I don't remember it being any black adults there, whether it be male or female. It was always white women, their husbands, their boyfriends. The girls that were there were white. The after school care that I went to, it was actually called the Girls Club. It was a few of us speckled in there, but it was mostly white. And at that time, from what I can remember, unless something's like blotted out of my memory, I wasn't fearful. Nothing happened and things like that. But we do know that the world changes. So if you are around any young people, anybody that you just feel like I want to make sure they know this, please let them know, be mindful of their surroundings, and that everything and everybody that looks loving and caring or whatever may just not be that. People will show their true colors at some point. They cannot just be a fake funny person in all situations. There's going to be a comment, there's going to be a look, there's going to be something that will let you know these people are not for me, whether they be your same race or another race. Because as a mom, that's the worst thing. Like, I'd rather you tell me I have a health something that can't be fixed before you tell me my child is no longer on this earth. That is the worst thing for a mother to hear, and to not know what happened. I'm just sending prayers to that family. I really hope the truth comes out. You know, it may or it may not, but if y'all have the power of prayer, I'm sure y'all have already prayed about her and her family situation, the dad and everybody included with that family. But it's just horrible. I was like, child. And it was a lady, and then I'm gonna get off of it. It was a lady that was on Facebook, and she was like, if y'all would have came back and my child that went with y'all was not there, she said something. I was like, I don't know if I can do that. She said, I'm a fake, like, oh yeah, come on, y'all, I got a boat or whatever, we gonna go out and search. And she was like, as soon as she got them, what she was like, if they can't tell her where her child is, everybody else gonna get gone too. I said, girl, I don't know if I could fake being nice just to get to the next level of what I'm trying to get to. Because I don't know if I got that type of, she did, I knew what she was talking about, but it's like, I don't know if I could be nice around the enemy just to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, girl. But yeah, that's just horrific. But definitely pray for the young folks. Pray for just all the young people, because they don't listen. And then, if they do listen, then, things could still happen, and they did listen. So, just pray. Just pray for angels to be a fence, and for whoever the evildoers, that we in our lifetime have a chance to see them get their just desserts, because they need to get their just desserts if they did something to that boy.
Yeah, for all the ones out there who even may be on the fence about this particular thing, there is a such thing as the power of prayer. Okay, simple as that. I've seen it happen. I've experienced it. I've seen other people experience it. The power of prayer works. Pray for these people, because right now these young folks at this point, they kind of like to do their own thing. They're being raised by parents that kind of rather do their own thing, and they're just stuck out there, kind of like our generation was stuck out there, except they have way more influences than we
Hey,
did.
Miss Legacia. Hey, girl. How you doing? And thank you and Edna, for saying my grandbabies with some little cutie patooties. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I like now sometimes when you're talking to younger kids, like you want to kind of interject, because their conversation doesn't even sound like they're like, they're on the wrong path. I'm gonna go off. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I'm gonna go off on a small tangent, because I'm just thinking about going to the Y this week, because I want to get in the pool and relax. But one time I was in the Y, I was in the dressing room, get ready to change clothes, and it was a young lady that came out of the pool. She's in the shower area, but she's in the shower area. She's on her cell phone, and her friend are on the phone, like actively talking about like terminating a pregnancy. And the way they were talking about it was like it's something they do all the time. And her friend was like, well, girl, I can push you down the stairs this time, or girl, this and that. And I'm like, as a mom, as an older person, I just wanted to go in and be like, I'm not trying to be in your conversation, but you got it on speakerphone, so clearly, you know other people are going to hear it. But can I just say, use protection instead of keep thinking this is a form of conscience, because people that may need it for, you know, grape and incest issues or whatever, it's like they may need that, and you're gonna have it to where that's. But yes, girl, she was on her cell phone in the shower and she had it on speaker, and I'm sitting here like they just casually talking about, like, not even doing it the right way, but homemade remedy stuff to get rid of, a pregnancy. And I'm like, the conversation was just so trifling. And I remember when I got a little bit older, I and another girl, we wanted to talk to like girls, young girls, about peer pressure, about having children early, because I got pregnant when I was 15. I had my oldest when I was 16, and we wanted to just get a group together, see if a rec center would rent out the conference room for like maybe half hour to an hour so we could get some girls ready. And that fell through because the friend group I was in kind of dissipated. Things happen. But I feel like, is this the climate to start something like that? Because, well, hopefully if I do, the girls that come are receptive. But because I hear just so much mess, and I'm like, y'all don't have no aunties, y'all don't have no cousins, and y'all don't have anybody that's telling you, like, this is not a way of life. You can have fun with life and do funny things or whatever, but it's like there's so many things that you can do in your early 20s that changes your whole trajectory of life. And not to say God is not going to bless you in other ways, but there's so many opportunities you can miss if you don't have wise people giving you their wisdom. It's just like these young people, there are people like me in the community that want to help them, but sometimes they kind of scare you, like, I don't want you cussing at me or trying to fight me or jumping on me because I'm telling you something your loved ones maybe not telling you, or maybe you got to hear it from somebody else so that you can stay on this earth.
Yeah, there's a such thing as trying to pull people together. Have a men's corner, have a women's corner. Well, and I've seen this, and this is just an example on this little show called The Shop, by the way.
Mentorship. Yep, she said the same thing. It's needed. Exactly. Yeah, I agree, Miss LaGacia.
Because I do too. Mentorship is good. Having basically a round table of women, having a round table of men, just kind of boosting each other up.
Yeah, pouring into them.
Because some of these people just don't want to listen, or they just kind of lost. They don't really know where to go. And this kind of actually helps them out.
Yeah.
So it will help them try to be a better person, try to be a better man, try to be a better woman, try to follow a path, to help you protect yourself while we're here trying to protect you. We're trying to protect each other.
Yeah. Because, these are the future of America. It's like, there is going to come a time where we get older and we want to do, but physically our bodies may not allow us to go through the communities and talk and do this and that. But the wisdom is still there. Like, I remember in Girl Scouts, we used to visit the what is it called? They call them the old folks home, but there is an official name for that. But I can't think of it right now. So excuse me, I ain't trying to fit into that. But we used to go and visit the grandpas and grandmas and that didn't have family in the area, or maybe they just weren't visiting. And when I tell you, those men and women were like a wealth of knowledge, like funny stories and just situations that they've been through that they wish they would have did another way and things like that. And it's like there are people that can still do that, but we need a way in without feeling like y'all gonna like,
because I
don't know. I'm gonna ask my daughter. My daughter is 20. She'll be 21 this year. And she for the most part listens, but I'm gonna ask her what she feels as a young person, somebody that wanted to do something like that. How would they even start? And the young people listen. We probably got to put it on Instagram. That's the only way they gonna know we was doing it.
And TikTok and Facebook.
Right? Because they like look, and it got to be like 30 seconds because their attention span is like, zip, and they done.
So basically, you got to put it in there like some form of fun commercial.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like, okay, so here's what we doing, but we just want to see if you interested. Blah 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 blah. Hey, we meeting at such and such.
Yeah.
Bring somebody if you want to.
Yeah.
Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's popping. Let's see what's going to go down with this group. And
I want to try it. I definitely want to look into it again.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if this can be like my little baby I can work on for maybe work on it about 6 months, maybe 3 to 6 months, and then kind of get a good group that I know our schedules are going to align. Nobody's going to have a long time where they're not going to show up. Because if a child gets attached to you and what you're doing, not to say we can't say the same thing, but the purpose is them finding like minds.
Mhm.
So that would be good.
And just finding some people that they can actually look up to, because some of these people out here really don't have anybody to look up to.
Right.
Look at me. I mean, as far as looking up to a male figure, I had to hunt and search for people who wasn't loopy, cuckoo, or so much in the streets that they don't know how to get out.
Right.
So I was basically, and it was needle in the haystack. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, dang, do you have to burn the hay to get to the needle? Because you can't find it out there. So with this type of grouping, that people can actually be open, honest with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they are about the street life and street code. Stitches get stitches. So
have males talk to young females to give them the real man's point of view. You right. Because and like your situation growing up was kind of different from mine because like I didn't grow up in like the projects or anything like that. As I got older, the decisions I made in life made me have to go that route. But I lived in a quote unquote middle class neighborhood. My mom had a good job. My dad had his own business. So like everybody's maintaining and doing what they need to do. I was just hard headed. So it took other people basically saying the same things that my mom and dad were saying. And also, trial and error with life. After you get tired of falling on your hind parts, then you're going to listen to somebody and do what you need to do. So, not all the kids these days don't have people telling them. Sometimes they are just hard-headed and need somebody else to tell them the same thing. So, so I don't want to say they all don't have people, because they may have people that's telling them stuff.
That's right. Because, for me, project baby, I was a project baby. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on a key.
Like a latchkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I was a latchkey kid. Don't lose that key.
Right.
Don't open the door for nobody unless I tell you.
And then what happened?
And guess what?
What?
I didn't open the door for anybody unless she told me. So whoever was outside, if they wasn't my mom,
they just gonna stay out there.
They ain't gonna know I'm in here.
Child.
Okay? All I know is I'm chilling. The phone's right there just in case I need to call anybody. And MTV was right there and HBO was right there in case I needed to just not be bored. So that's how it was for me. And so far, I didn't turn out too bad being a project.
Well, that's because you listen, though. And,
Yeah, I listened to certain things. I was still hard-headed. Yes, I was. As kids, I don't care where you come from, you're going to have some hard-headed
and it's crazy because when you tell me stuff from your childhood, and then I tell you, stuff from my childhood, I never got a beating. My parents never chastised me. My dad chastised me one time. I think I was 14. I probably was 14 turning 15. And because I never got chastised, I'm looking at him I know you ain't wait this late to try to beat somebody. Boy, you'll put that belt down somewhere. But in the Tori's situation, Tori's the fear of try me was putting him. But for me, it's a beating. Who gonna hit me? What you talking about?
Exactly. Because all the friends I know, yeah, most of them was the same
But
way.
I wasn't like that with my kids because I do know, like, hey, I'm gonna give you a couple of tries, but after this third or fourth time saying it, you nothing is wrong with your hearing. We have taken you to the doctor. Your hearing is fine. You are intelligent enough at whatever age to understand what I'm saying. Okay, I'm about to pop your little tail now because you're doing too much. But
Yeah.
even with my grandson now, my daughter, it's funny because she's like, "Oh, Latrell get away with so much stuff," and I'm like, "No, he don't get away with it. Grandma just shut up. Grandma don't be having the energy." She's like, "If I would have did that, you would have did blah blah blah." I know what things I can take away from Trail where I don't have to like physically chastise him or anything. I can take stuff away from him that will crush his soul, like that game or Legos or going outside or going to a friend's party or stuff. Like if I tell him he's not, he will straighten up because stuff like that matters to him. Like to my kids, if I had to try to say that, they'd be like, okay, I don't care, whatever. Because they kind of like their mama. They got some smart mouths too. So I'm like, okay, you need to be because you're doing too much. Like me trying to do that with them, not go. So you kind of got to know your kids. You got to know your kids. All of them needed to be touched a little bit.
Well, my mom knew one thing. I ain't got all the time in the world to keep telling you the same thing.
Yeah.
You get once.
One time?
Once. I done told you.
Not one time.
One time. After that one time, if I had to tell you the second time,
dang,
you get the pop. Third time, oh, you getting a whooping. That's just basically strike 1, 2, and 3. That's what I lived in. Project kids that I knew. And some of the ones that I do from other types of deals.
Was it over there getting their hind parts beat?
Getting their hind parts beat. Okay. And trust me, if we had one. Oh my God.
Let me get some of this.
Yeah. One of them I knew was extremely hard.
Hold on, look at Miss Legation laughing. She like, Lord, where going out?
Exactly. To hell, I'm gonna tell you now. Okay. Because I knew one, and we was like it was 4 of us. Okay. 3 of us project babies. One of us wasn't a project baby, but he was so close in an area that we looked at like, that ain't a project, but it might as well be.
Oh, he was hood adjacent.
Exactly. We were hood adjacent. So it's 4 of us, and the most hard-headed one always got in trouble. Always fighting. Always instigating. Always doing something that you should not do. Because I heard his house, grandma going off, every day, okay? And then it got, and we talking about grandma, mama couldn't do jack with him until he went away to his daddy.
Right, child, what I tell you?
And I'm going to tell you now, he stayed away for some weeks. We didn't even know where he was. Like, that, he going away forever? You know, but when he came back weeks later, that boy was kind of changed. It was like, I don't know what dad did, but dad probably physically beat the devil out of him.
See, that's my thing. And I do understand there are children that go through horrible things. Yes, we all know that. But what I do kind of believe, and this may or may not be true, children that are really being, A-worded, they are not going to show signs in a school setting, or like you wouldn't know if it was like that type of, you know what I'm saying? Because that's that we find out in the, what are those even back then, like those news stories and stuff, like everybody be like, oh, we never knew anything happened, we never seen anything. Like what I'm trying to say is when people are out in public and they may be yelling at their child, or they may be popping their child or whatever, some people are like, oh, that's abuse, or oh, they shouldn't be doing that. It's like, do you know what an abused child really look like? This child just getting chastised. Ain't nothing going on. Their household is fine. Mm-hmm. Just be doing too much.
Now, see, that was when I was growing up. Oh, when you get chastised, you're getting chastised
wherever it happens.
Right there.
Yeah.
Because the moment you see that hand reach out and yank her arm, they're getting chastised.
Yeah.
Period. If anybody around, don't say nothing because
Yeah.
this ain't your child. You ain't got nothing to do
Yeah,
with this,
exactly.
okay?
Exactly.
And I've seen the same thing with several other kids. There's a certain demographic though. It seemed like they didn't know what to do. That timeout thing, they think that worked. It did not work.
No, timeout does. That's why I say you have to know your child. Timeout does work for some kids. It really is effective for some kids. For most kids, I don't. I haven't run across that, but I have seen it work for some kids. But it's because it's the kids that I've seen it work for, their life daily was filled with so much stuff, like fun stuff for them, like creative stuff, arts and crafts, or going out, or the things that little kids love. So it's like when they had time to stand in that corner that they couldn't partake in that actually really did make a difference. And they did straighten up and fly right. It was small times where they had to do the timeout. So, and parents these days, sometimes they just don't pay attention to their kids. And it's like, I know life is busy, but I was talking to my youngest son, and he was like, he's noticing like when people have kids, like their life kind of like stops. It's like your life is dedicated to whatever child you brought on this earth. Like you chose to do that. That's your lot in life, to make sure that you raise them healthily, they're productive members of society and all. And when he was saying it, I was like, he is kind of right though, because even if our kids are grown with their own kids, we still as parents like want to sew into them, want to tell them knowledge. It may be something that is going on in society they may not know, so we tell them stuff, but it's all to make them a better human being, to make them more aware of things that are going on. So it's like, yeah, like we are always still heavily involved with them. It's like there is not really a separation.
Yes, but there is a margin to stay in, and you have to know where that margin is because if you don't, you will be either, I would say, we're not going to say you're just overbearing, but you will be seen as such
Yeah.
because it does happen. I know.
But that also comes in knowing your child.
Yeah.
And see, well, what I'm saying that to say is if you're busy out and about, like you had kids, but you still want to live your life, which, whatever, but there, when you're out living your life and the kids are over here, there is still time happening, and there's space when you're not in tune with them. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I understand what he was saying. I'm probably not saying it right, but I understood it when he said it. And I'm like, yeah, your life kind of never really goes back to where you stopped it at when you had the kids. The kids are just the continuation of before you were a mother or a father.
That's why it's very important, y'all. Two-parent household is essential.
Mm-hmm.
Because with one parent household, it's a lot on one person.
Yeah.
With that,
and if you have just one child,
even,
it's a lot on that
one.
child as they get older too.
Exactly. Because I know somebody with just one child, it was still a lot.
Yeah.
Child turned out to be pretty good, but still,
it's
like
pretty good.
It's like you got to trust in God. You got to go with your gut.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to basically hope through God that this child is going to turn out pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I don't know how we got like off on a tangent about kids and parenting and stuff, but that was just on my heart to talk about. Probably because most of this week I've been like delving into the story of what happened in Mississippi, and then some other things had came up about similar situations, and it's just young people going through a lot, and I know we think we went through a lot when we were growing up, but I'm so very afraid for these young people out here. They're going through a lot of stuff.
And because some of the stuff they're going through, we went through the same thing. It's just that their technology makes them go through a lot more now. Because we didn't have technology. All we had was cassettes, records. For some of us, 8-tracks.
Okay, 8-track.
And cable television.
Yeah.
So with that, we were able to learn a little bit more without being overwhelmed by what we're learning. It's not every time you flip your phone up, There's a commercial. There's an advertisement. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Guess what? Breezy 757 did. You know what I'm saying? So they have a lot more to deal with because their attention is being pulled in 20,000 directions. Aside from going through the exact same things that we're going through,
Right.
we've gone through when we were children. So we didn't have much things to pull our attention other than outside, what's on TV, what's on the radio. And there's no such thing as, oh,
Oh,
yeah,
social media. That, yeah, she
so,
said social media has
mm-hmm,
it. Like, and I remember when when Facebook and the internet and everything really came on. The older people like, oh, that's the devil, that's this and that, and I'm like, oh, it's just a way for people to connect. But as we see, it can be a way for people to tear others down too.
mm-hmm,
So I'm like, I don't know. It might have been known something where they were like, this just a trick of the devil, a trick of the enemy, and you watch and see. And I'm like, what y'all talking about?
in a way, it is because he has influence and he's been influencing
Uh
humankind
huh.
for millennia of a millennia. And now that he has social media, he has
That's me allergy.
1,000 different ways more to
Uh
do the
huh.
exact same thing.
Yeah.
So I can influence you by influencing them
Yeah.
to influence those people to hate you.
Exactly.
And it works with ease. We literally just saw, and I know Edna's seen the same thing, Toy Story 5, where that actually took place, where social media circled three girls
Uh-huh. That's a really good
to,
movie.
yeah, it was three girls circling one girl, picking on her because of what she didn't have or what she didn't go through just yet 5 minutes ago. Like,
Uh-huh.
really?
Social media, like Miss Legacia said, social media.
Exactly. That social media, man, it is a double-edged sword, and
But
you
it's
will get stuck.
positive if you're over here. It's y'all.
Yeah,
It's y'all love.
it's
We
positive
love y'all.
depending on how you use it. Like now, this is a positive move because we're just trying to, you know, share experiences and pull from experiences from
Right.
y'all. We're just
Yeah.
trying to be better people with it. You know what I'm
That
saying?
part.
Ain't nobody
Yeah.
got time to be like, oh yeah, I can't stand Dave Chappelle because what he said about that group over there.
Yeah.
Okay, look, we're just gonna watch out the social part of the media, and we're gonna watch out the media part
Mm-hmm.
because media can say whatever they want to, but unless you can discern this stuff for yourself, you will be led around like a puppy dog with
Yeah.
a brand new mini
Discernment
dog.
is real.
So,
Let me get our. We're gonna do our question then. We gotta get ready for the night. I gotta put some clothes on. So from our little box from the dollar quarter store, and this is called conversation cards. Um, the question today is, what is your favorite way to overcome obstacles or challenges in your life?
favorite
So
way.
basically, when you're going, I'm a summarize. When you're going through stuff, how do you like get yourself out of the rut? Like if something's brought you down or a situation has got your spirit low, how do you like break out of that and be like, nah, Shun, like what is it you do to like come out of that?
That would be two things that come flying at me
Mm-hmm.
right quick. One is prayer. Two is music.
Okay.
I know it seems like so God and secular stuff, but
We ain't said with secular
but
music.
see,
It could have been gospel
but
music.
see, the thing is with me is with music, and this includes gospel music. This includes just anything that I like because I don't try to listen to stuff that's kind of leaning towards evil.
Yeah.
So and I'm like a beat head, so I'm
Uh-huh.
listening to the beat. The words you just said probably don't even matter to me because it's the music that's calming me down. It's the music that's bobbing my head. It's the music that's actually getting me to start thinking a little bit more and concentrating a little bit more. It puts me in a better zone to think about what's going on. It puts me in a
Uh-huh.
better zone to think about what I can do to fix a problem if that problem is right in front of me or coming down the line. So
Okay.
it's basically prayer because is God first, and basically as a calming, soothing nature,
Right.
it is the music itself. So that's why I have so much of it in the phone and the
Definitely.
tablet and the other phone. So yeah, that's what I did.
So, what I do is basically I think back over my life, times that I was going through situations and I was like, there's no way out of this, or like, I just feel so defeated, or, I feel like this has got to be the end of the world, or, oh my goodness, why me? I really think back over those times and the feelings that were getting stirred up in me when I was going through whatever I was going through. So the current situation, I think about, if God has brought you through all of that, that you thought this is the last straw, or I can't deal with it, I'm gonna lose my mind and all this and that. If you didn't lose your mind for that, if you didn't lose it all over that, why was you over this? So for me, I reflect on everything that I've come out of, everything that he's brought me through, every situation that I thought there's no way out of this. And he made a way. So a lot of times for me, when I have obstacles, and it's really not obstacles in my life, it's probably something with family that I'm trying to help them with or coach them through. And I will take it on as my obstacle, because you don't want your loved ones to be going through things. So you take it on as your obstacle too. And I just pray with them, try to guide them. In the case, if it is something I'm going through, I just look back like, devil, you don't get this mess out of here. He done already brought me through, so I don't know why you think this gonna be the end of me, because it ain't. And I basically praise him for something I don't see in the physical just yet. I'm praising it on down. So for me, I laugh, because the devil, like, why are you laughing? You going through all this and that? Because I already know God got a solution. So what you got stirring up, it's funny to me, because you gonna lose as you always do. So yeah, I just think about things that I've come through, and I'm walking around here laughing, and Tori like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, boy, the devil is funny, but he ain't gonna win it. But basically that's what's going on. So I know this live today been all over the place, but there was something serious that had just been on my mind this week, and I wanted to bring that on the live. I mean, every live that we have may not be fun and upbeat. It may be politically incorrect. Sometimes it may be something that you guys don't want to hear, but I am a genuine person. Some things, life is not always fun and games all the time. Some things go on. It's very serious, and I just felt like I wouldn't be genuine to myself to come on here and try to be fun and, oh, hey, blah blah blah. And I have some heaviness with me, because most of this week I've been on my Facebook and in social media, like, it's been popping up about the situation with this young man, and I'm like, that's gonna come up in my life. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent so much with that, and the story to roll into parenting and other things, but that's what happened. So if you guys are on the replay, we appreciate you watching. Thank y'all for the love, the comments, all the support. Thank you, Edna and Miss Legacia, for being here. We really appreciate you guys. And yeah, we're almost at 45 minutes, but yeah, we're gonna get ready for this evening. So watch out for Outside July tonight for the Ma, and I gotta edit some Ma and put it up sometime tonight. So I got some homework. But anyway, talk to you guys later. Thank you for stopping by.
Keep pushing forward, y'all, no
Amen.
matter what.
Bye.